Now let's get started. What you will experience in this is the essence of how do you break down learning the Philly shell in its entirety, day by day, not missing a beat, making sure that you implement every single layer of the Philly shell style. So first thing we will do is go through a nice simple walkthrough, keeping it very simple for you, but at the same time giving you all of the little nooks and crannies that makes it so unique. The skills that we're going to get into on Monday are severed with the footwork, of course, and that's how we always begin all of our skill drills. So footwork on Monday, we're going to start off with the lateral and forward grunt walk. Step by.
When executing the grunt walk, your objective is to keep the body moving in a fluid motion, keeping your head off the line and walking forward, delivering pressure. From that point, your objective is to do it as a unit, making sure everybody has the same algorithm. You do want to continue moving, starting heel to toe with your forward progressive walk. Your next objective is to walk lateral with the grunt walk. And when you're walking lateral, from that point, what you're doing is creating a major angle. Now let's try that with the team.
Beautiful.
Stay specifically going left to right. There you go. Don't force it at the beginning. Allow yourself to truly get the magnitude of the movement.
Okay, now that you see both of those, you take those and you execute those. You try those out, you walk that floor until you got them down. Next drill, the Philly shuffle, aka the Detroit prance, made famous by Bernard Hopkins, a la Sugar Ray Robinson. Let's take this in, take your time, don't rush it, don't force it, just take your time and get every single stride. Remember, the best footwork wins. Let's check it out.
The Philly shuffle, named after the great Bernard Hopkins, is a very plodding footwork gesture. Tied with that gesture are hand motions to also distract and defend against your opponent. They're short steps coming out of an onslaught of offense from the other guy. Your opponent could be throwing a multitude of punches. As you protect yourself by sliding out with the shuffle, you bait them by staying steadily at a walking pace in front of them, off to an angle though. You pick the shots and counter, whether from under or counter with straights. Here's a demonstration. What it looks like with mitts. As they begin throwing, you set them up, walking around them. Once the punch comes, you go right into counter punching. It's a beautiful tactic.
Okay, the next drill, now that you've gotten that one into your mental Rolodex, will be the Philly shell crouch, which is our crouching position that we take, whether we're pinned in the corner or just ducking the right hand. Our objective is to make sure that we do not allow contact to happen and that we can pivot and crouch right out of that. So let's take a look and see what that looks like.
Now, next Philly shell tactic is the crouch. The crouch gets you away from the overhand right and also left hooks, any power shots It's always an amazing tactic to use because it sets you up to see what's in front of you from that point. Whenever you're in front of your opponent, you can get out of the way of his big shots, and at the same time, you can also pivot around him. Beautiful movement. Just be careful about running into uppercuts. So you always have to keep your eyes on their hands. Now you can use the crouch in a drop and roll out. Look outside of their shots and drop and roll out using good footwork, double back steps to get out of the way. These are imperative. Now, as you can see, we added a little grunt walk. So as we step around, we add the grunt walk to it.
Good work. Now, one of the most eluding parts of the Philly shell is the four corners drill, and you'll take this by stride. It seems a little tricky, so take your time and learn it, step by step. Let's see what that looks like.
Practice.
Four corners, this drill right here will test your fortitude, so you have to get the repetition in order to improve in doing it. So what does it do? It prevents you from getting attacked. It gives you a defensive mechanism to not only block all the punches, roll them, but also get out of the corner with the crouch and spin pivot. So he comes, he catches, he throws another shot, boom. I go up under, he throws another hook, he throws the hook, I come back up, he catches, boom. So my objective is to keep everything that he's throwing on ricochet. So if he rolls with the right hand, comes here, throws the left hook, boom. And then he throws another right hand, boom. Then he comes back up with the left to the body, boom. So all of this, boom, boom. My objective is to constantly roll, drop, come here, block, come up here, rock and defend. Boom, 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 boom. So the four corners allows me to get out of no matter what situation. So he can just throw punches vicariously, boom, 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 boom. And my objective is to pivot out, or when he throws, once I time him with that left hook, he throws the 1, 2, and 3, and then I crouch up under. My objective is to pivot out, push him off, and put him in the corner. Boom, boom, boom. And that's one of the simulations we're about to do. How to use the crouch, how to use the four corners drill, and making sure that you use that pivot. Perfect timing, so you have to time it. Look behind this. I can catch it sometimes. I just need to time the speed and keep punching. Boom, 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 pop, boom, pop, pop, yeah. That's the key, is being comfortable. You'll know when the time is right. You'll know when the time is right. When the time is right, you make the move, set the pace, stick the jab, and use the Philly shell to your best advantage. Let's work. Good. Good. Rotate, rotate. Remember what I told you before? I told you is when he's throwing, you stay strong. So no matter what he's throwing, you know, you tough, you comfortable. And your legs gotta be bent to execute the move. Power. You can lean over the rope when you're gonna do this. If he was throwing the shots, he's throwing the shots at you, boom. If you gonna make that pivot move, or if I'm conventional, but you gotta time it, so let's try it again. Good. Now step around. Bam. Very good. One more time. You're not waiting for him. He's waiting on you. He just don't know it yet. You're like, okay, I'm feeling this shot. Let me step back. And then, you know, you break. Because you know when he's throwing his punches coming, you don't want him to be able to just sit there and think he got you overwhelmed, or that's what you do want him to think. But when you're throwing those shots, The objective is to say, I got him. We're going 1, 2, 3, Not only that, you're gassing out, so I'm going to touch him. We're going, wow, right down there. Okay, so what you're going to do to get better at this is to go from tier 1, which is a walkthrough, like you see here, and then tier 2, which is at average pace, that you would shadow box at. Tier 3, which is turn up the hot sauce. The punches come harder, the punches come faster, and it'll make you use those motor skills. And then tier 4, which is fight mode. Those are the 4 circuits that you're going to go through. We're doing that right now, so practice that, and that's what that looks like. Full throttle. Let's get that work. Keep going. 4 tiers.
I am Zion, aka Mr. Philly Shell, and I am Master Boxer.
Time to box. Peace.